Welcome into Chasing Greatness with Jacob Phillips. It's our debut weekly coaches show. It's an inside look at the cross-country team. And this is a special edition as we're talking with Megan Williamson, who's racing in Kenosha, Wisconsin at the NCAA Division II National Championships. And well, your 5-year career, how special is it to finish this one, your final race on the national stage?
I mean, couldn't ask for a better ending. It's almost surreal because at the end of March, I thought, I'm putting up my spikes, that's it. And then we had this idea that maybe I could do this. Maybe we could try for one more. I have a full-time job, but we made it happen.
You think back to recruiting Megan out of the big town of Clyde, Texas. And, what did you see in Megan, and how awesome is it just to see her development? And then, just her story of weren't sure if she's going to race this year, and now you find yourself going to national.
Yeah, well, I mean, I remember her coming on her recruiting trip in the summer, and was like, I'm committing before I leave, she was a good high school runner, not a great high school runner. I mean, nothing that would say she would be running at the national level at some point, but it's been really cool. I think it's been a story of like overcoming. I mean, there's been injuries and there's been some confidence issues, and just she has just completely grown into this new athlete. And probably about a year ago, I mean, she had this this barrier of, I want to break 5 minutes in a mile, right? And we finally did that a year ago, and that kind of transformed who she was as a runner, I think, in her mind and stuff. And I can't remember the exact high school PR. It was like 5:42 or something like that. To go from 5:42 to running below 5 minutes in a mile, I mean, that's a big deal. And I think like the cool part about, this whole journey is, when you see someone come in, from a small high school, wasn't running a ton of mileage and stuff, and man, we just went to work, and you see that work, and you get better, and sometimes you take a step back, and you get better, and now it's culminating, and she's racing to be an All-American this weekend, which is kind of the next little barrier we want to break, right? So, it's been fun. It's been cool. Just really proud of all the work she's put in, and full-time job, internship. She's married. I mean, she's got a lot going on.
It's a fascinating story because you think back to when your career started here, fall of 2020. We're just coming out of this global pandemic. Would take us back just freshman year, how odd that was, and in your journey, because you have hit some milestones and you've accomplished so much, but you've had really a unique story to tell over the last 5 years.
Yeah, thank you. It was crazy because I would get sent home and I wasn't even sick. So it was almost disheartening. It took me a while to come back from that, and I think honestly, meeting my husband now, he kind of developed me a little bit because he was so good. And I thought, well, I just want to be like him. So I just started coughing I was eating what he was eating. I was stretching when he was stretching. I was doing weights when he was. And then we got married, and I had a job that I just didn't really like. And I had really hard classes as I was in graduate school at that point. And practice just became a safe haven for me, honestly. Like it was, I looked forward to going to a workout. Like the hardest day of the week was my most favorite because I knew that all I had to worry about was running. Yeah. Nothing else. Nothing else, the whole day mattered. And that's when I found that oh wait, there's something more to this. And maybe I could be that good, be that person that I used to have. I had people, all through these years that were always better than me. I was the underdog. And I thought, well, what if I run with them? I run with them at practice, and coach tells us that all the time. You run the same thing with them every day at practice. Why not do it in the race?
It's such a cool story. Married to Jeb Williamson, who's run 5 seasons at DBU. You go to Pueblo, Colorado 2 weeks ago to race at regionals. You finished 15th, a remarkable finish out of 175 runners. Not only that, but you do this at altitude. How different is it to run at altitude in that environment, because you're trying to get to nationals, but you do it on a stage which is really difficult?
For a while there, for a couple of years, we've raced at Colorado for a couple of years. I thought well, this just isn't fair. I should just be down on myself and be jealous of those who actually get to train at altitude. Or I can look at it as, doesn't matter. I'm still a good runner. And at altitude, we made this joke of it's non-existent. It just lets you have that conversion to run faster. And I was ranked 24th going into it. And I remember him telling me, you just got to run in the top 20 to 25 the whole time. And I was like, okay, well, I'm in the race, and I'm like, this makes me nervous to be right there when that's where I need to be in the end. So I'm like, let's just make my way up and start picking them off one by one. It's feeling good. I'm like, let's just keep going. And honestly, I can't tell you that I even felt the altitude. So
Yeah. I think it was the best race I've seen her run, and she's run some fast races, and she just can continue to move up and move up and move up, and like at one point it was like she's not even struggling, you know, like this doesn't even look like it's hard, and the cool thing is like when you finish 15th in our region, Stetson Rice finished 22nd in our region, 27th at nationals. You know, Maddie Brown finished 36th in the regional meet, 21st at nationals. Like if you finish in the top 25 in our region, you're all American potential. You know, you got that ability to do that. So obviously you got to get done on race day, right? It's a big way.
What's it been like now in terms of getting ready? 2 weeks from regionals until you race this Saturday in Wisconsin. What does the training look like leading up to race day?
Yeah, we tried to recover coming off the big trip. And then we did.
I got one day.
Yes, yeah, we took a day of rest, and then we kind of jumped back. You know, she did a workout on last Tuesday, then we did a workout on Friday, which she was able to, you know, what a lot of people don't know is she's training at 5 a.m. by herself Monday through Friday. We were lucky to have her on last Friday, so she got in a good workout, and then she hit her last hard session yesterday, and that's it. The hay's in the bar, and we're ready to go. You know,
It's honestly at this point, it's just trusting that you're ready because there's no fitness that can be built.
Yeah.
It's just maintaining it. So
You know, this is your third time to race at nationals. The last time you were there, you PR'd. I mean, what does it give you some confidence knowing, hey, I've been on this stage before? Does it ease any of the nerves going into Saturday?
a little, but I also know that once I'm there, you know. But honestly, I think I run better off of nerves. I was pretty nervous for regionals, so.
yeah.
I'm honestly, I didn't remember that I did PR last time. Like, I don't remember times. I just remember the feeling, and I remember and even from regionals, I mainly remember just feeling good, but also I remember telling myself that I was strong and I was stronger than my opponents. Like constantly in my head, I just had to keep preaching that because confidence has been an issue. So if I just keep preaching that to myself, something is bound to click.
She uses confidence now.
Well, it's funny because like she was like not freaking out, but kind of mini freaking out like Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Like she's like, you know, Jacob, we have an awesome trainer, Jacob Hayes, and Jacob's like, hey, I'm available for treatment. Megan's the only one asking for treatment. Yeah, my hamstring's tight. Yeah, am I getting sick? You know, and I thought to myself, I said, you know, this is just what she does, and she's gonna be good, and it was. I mean, as soon as the gun goes off, it's like, you know, you kind of forget.
If she did anything different, you might start worrying.
That's right. You know, yeah. So we, you know, and she ran great. So it's.
What's the strategy become for you on Saturday? Because yes, now you are in a national championship race. The field is over 250 runners. How do you, in terms of just processing, what's the strategy as you get to the starting line?
It's no different than what I've done every single time. I'm at this point, I know that I'm a really good runner, and I just have to get out there and do what I know how to do. And I told myself going into regionals, I thought, well, I literally, if I run how I have been all season, I will be just fine at regionals. So if I tell myself and hold this time standard over myself, like that's not, I don't think that that's ever been helpful for me. I don't think it's ever been glorifying to God because it never makes myself feel better, and it never makes me trust him that this is kind of in his hands. So.
Well, you've got your biggest cheerleader right here. One of my favorite things to do is watch Coach Phillips on race day.
Yes.
I know you got to be very proud. You think about this journey, 5 years. Here she is racing in her final race. What are the emotions that you think are going to come to? I mean, does that even come to mind? I know you're going to be charged up on Saturday.
I mean, at this point, you know, Megan and her husband Jeb. I mean, like it's more like family, right? I mean, like, I think we're in actually year 6, right? And so
5 complete years.
5 complete years. This year 6, and so like, you know, when you go through the recruiting process with these kids, and you get to watch them grow up, and you know, I was in their wedding, and I mean, I just like, we're just really pulling for her, you know, really proud, and just, you know, you always hate to see it end. And every 4 to 6 years it ends, you know, and that's a sad moment, obviously, but like there's certain athletes that come through and they just really trust you, and they really take this serious, and that's the sad part. There's so many more that could just embrace it, you know, and the ones who do, and it's like, man, you get to taste it, and you get to feel it, and you get to be part of it, and it's been cool to be a part of.
What a way to go out final race, national championship, storied career, one of the all-time greats here at DBU.
Honestly, it's not what I do. I mean, it's coach, it's my family, it's the Lord himself, like it's DBU. It's what they have culminated me, and I just finally embraced it, like he was saying, and that's not a testament to what I do. I just followed the plan and trusted in it, and trusted my coach and trusted the training, and so Saturday, like, it's all about trusting that, and I think at this point it's become second nature. So.
What a story, what a testimony. Wishing you all the best on Saturday.
Thank you.
Yeah, you can keep up with Megan. The races on NCAA.com. The national championships on Saturday. For Chasing Greatness with Jacob Phillips, Megan Williamson, I'm Reagan Ratcliffe.